Integrity sustains human beings. Integrity sustains life. Integrity sustains governance.
Corruption itself destroys institutions of democracy. It perverts the system.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Transparency Files, ICPC's weekly television program. I am Hawasani Garba. June 12 stands as a defining moment in Nigeria's democratic journey. It symbolizes the collective aspiration of Nigerians for freedom, justice, accountability, and good governance. Public servants, on the other hand, are the bridge between government policies and the citizens they are intended to serve. Today, as we join millions of Nigerians on June 12 to commemorate the 2026 Democracy Day, marking 27 years of uninterrupted democracy, we also celebrate the dedication of public servants across the nation on this year's Public Service Day, which coincidentally is marked every June 12th. Therefore, on today's edition, we will spotlight on the role of ethical public service in strengthening democracy and advancing national development. Also coming up on the program is our special youth segment and reports from our state offices. But first, let's join Ruth Awodi for updates on activities within the Commission.
Welcome to this segment on anti-corruption stories. I am Ruth Awodi. The chairman of ICPC, Dr. Musa Adamu Aliyu SAN, has emphasized the need for collective action and stronger partnerships among stakeholders in the fight against corruption, stating that anti-graft agencies alone cannot win the battle against systemic corruption. Dr. Aliyu made the call while delivering his opening address at the International Conference on Anti-Corruption, Transparency and Integrity in Governance, organized by the Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria, ACAN, the training arm of ICPC in Kefi, Nasarawa State. Represented by the Director of Special Services Department, Prince Hassan Mohammed, the ICPC boss stated that the absence of integrity and adherence to ethical standards remains a major contributor to many of the challenges confronting the nation.
It is an acknowledged fact that lack of integrity and failure in ethical compliance is at the center of most of the challenges our country is facing today. It must be understood that the fight against corruption cannot be won by anti-graft agencies alone. It requires collective action and strong partnerships among public institutions. It is my belief that together, through collaboration, innovation, and unwavering commitment, we can strengthen integrity systems, deepen public trust, and build a more transparent, accountable, and prosperous Nigeria.
In his welcome address, the Provost of the Anti-Corruption Academy of Nigeria, Professor Sherif Gali Ibrahim, decried the state of corrupt practices and its impact on the socio-economy of Nigeria, saying the conference is aimed at galvanizing a concerted effort, intellectual benchmarking, and policy recommendations towards identifying the major barriers that impact transparency and integrity and how to break those barriers in this new era. The governor of Nasarawa State, Engineer Abdullahi Sule, who was represented by the Commissioner of Security and Home Affairs, CP Usman Baba, retired, declared the conference open, just as he commended the efforts of ICPC in the fight against corruption. In his goodwill message at the conference, the former chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Abdulrasheed Bawa, emphasized that the fight against corruption must go beyond rhetoric and be driven by unwavering determination, discipline, and concrete action. The conference brought together representatives of government institutions, development partners, academia, researchers, students, the private sector, the media, and anti-corruption advocates to deliberate on practical approaches to strengthening transparency, accountability, and integrity in governance. That will be all on this segment. Transparency Files continues with Hawa. Stay with us.
Corruption not in my country.
You see, I don't pity those corrupt officials. They are terrible.
All of them are tea.
It's those small corruption that is killing this country.
Benny, it's true.
Greetings to you, sir.
Greetings, my brother.
From the power company. I discover you connected illegally.
It's not only me. Even Baba Femi here, he connected indirectly. Even with our prepaid meter, he connected it directly.
That is even more
Iyarisika connected it indirectly.
No. It is wrong to connect electricity illegally.
Young man, I have a son like you. Ba, lafi jẹun.
You are not supposed to offer me bribe. Bribery is corruption. Not in my country. Daniel, take off the light.
Stop corruption now. Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. This is Transparency Files. Democracy is founded on the principles of participation, accountability, transparency, rule of law, and respect for citizens' rights. Democracy is not only about elections and political participation. It is also about ensuring that public resources are managed responsibly and that government institutions serve the people effectively. At the heart of this responsibility are public servants, whose commitment, professionalism, and integrity sustain the machinery of government. From education and healthcare to security and infrastructure, public servants play a critical role in implementing government programs and ensuring that services reach the people. Corruption undermines these expectations. It diverts resources meant for development, weakens public trust, and limits the effectiveness of government programs. A transparent and accountable public service, therefore, remains indispensable to the success of democracy. What role does integrity in public service play in sustaining democracy? Our crew spoke to Dr. Ibrahim Dasuki Arabi, Director General, Bureau of Public Service Reforms. Let's take a listen.
Well, integrity sustains human beings. Integrity sustains life. Integrity sustains governance. We're in such a period in development of human beings and life and Nigeria where the citizen is now curious, is anxious to know who is managing his resources, how his resources are being managed. For us to be able to do this, we have to be above board. We have to be careful in the way we manage resources of government because somebody is asking you. And that is why BPSI is working with quite a number of civil society groups, especially the Accountability Lab, where we have identified with them, especially on the program of recognizing icons in public service in the states, local government, and the federal level. Where there is no integrity, there is no government. And this government and other governments have tried a lot to improve transparency, accountability, and at the top of it to say we are operating above board, we are transparent, we are accountable, and people should have confidence in us. Well, it is important for the public servants to be celebrated because they are the servants of the public. They are the ones that keep the machinery of government moving and ensuring that the citizen is serviced through their work in ministries, departments, and agencies of government. Now, the United Nations is celebrating human capital. Is celebrating the work of whoever is helping government. And the public servants are leading this all over the world. So they declared the Public Service Day, a day of celebration, a day of recognition, a day of appreciation, and etc., etc. Now, BPSI have been part of the team that initiated a reform around reward and recognition of public service. But we initiate, we don't implement. And this is driven now by the Office of the Head of Civil Service of the Federation And we're lucky to have seen this now captured in the revised public service rule that says we must recognize our staff of the day, of the week, of the month, of the quarter, of the year in our MDAs. Then at the end of the day, under the award and recognition scheme of the Office of Head of Service, stars will be selected. This process is ongoing and BPSI is part of it. So it is worth celebrating. My message to the MDAs is, since this has been recognized by law, let us try as much as we can to identify staff that have done well and we recognize them.
Integrity is the foundation of public trust. Citizens are more likely to support democratic institutions when they see transparency, accountability, and fairness in public administration. Ethical conduct by public servants help ensure that public resources are used for their intended purposes and that government programs achieve their objectives. ICPC promotes accountability through prevention, enforcement, and public education. By addressing corruption and encouraging ethical conduct, the Commission supports good governance and helps create an environment where democracy can flourish. The Director of Public Education tells us more on how ICPC is contributing to strengthening democracy.
Corruption itself destroys institutions of democracy. It perverts the system. So if an organization is to rid the country of corruption, then it's very, very good for sustenance of democracy. So in the first instance, by the mandate is expected of ICPC to protect, to sustain the institutions of democracy. And by what we do, number one, through investigation, through system studies, through conducting corruption risk assessment and things like that, you expose corruption and you remedy the situation. It means that you strengthen integrity in the system. Every project that government is spending money on belongs to the citizen. And when you now say ICPC engages, the civil society, we engage the youth, we engage various sectors of the economy. It means participation. We engage them, we enable them to be able to alongside ICPC itself, to monitor the projects so that they are delivered in terms of quantity and quality. So sustenance of democracy is embedded there. Service delivery is embedded in what we do. So also when you engage the youth, you are protecting, we do youth education, sensitization, and we bring the youth together, as a group. It means that we are training the youth in values that we make the systems to be sustainable, value that we make them to be good leaders of tomorrow. That's another angle that you can look at it. You have sensitization in the MDAs, ministries, departments, and agencies. You do sensitization. You build the integrity culture in the public sector. That is sustenance of democracy, and that is service delivery. When you begin to crusade against everything that negates effective service delivery in the system, you are helping the system for sustainability and for effective service delivery.
You are watching Transparency Files. Now to our youth segment. As Nigeria marks Democracy Day and Public Service Day, it is important to remember that the future of our nation rests largely in the hands of its young people. Democracy thrives when citizens participate actively and young people have a vital role to play. Beyond voting during elections, they can contribute by staying informed, speaking up on issues that affect their communities, and promoting transparency and accountability in governance. As we celebrate Democracy Day and Public Service Day, we asked some youths what democracy really means to them as young people, and in their opinion, how the youth can contribute to national development.
To me, democracy simply is having a voice. It's about having equal opportunities and the freedom to have ideas that actually shape society. It's not just about going to vote during elections. It's about being an active participant. It's about having accountability, fairness, and inclusiveness, and access to job opportunities regardless of background. Well, there are different areas in which young people can contribute to national development. It depends on what they are interested in. Like I'll use myself as an example. So I am into tech. If I was to help promote national development, I would say I can go into healthcare, finance, agriculture. There are different aspects you can look at. Nigeria is right now a technological hub. It's a growing hub in Africa, one of the highest growing. So if we can focus our youth into empowering Nigeria technologically, we can grow the nation far, very, so we can grow the nation much more than we actually expected to grow.
Democracy means active participation in the decision-making processes of a nation. Young people can contribute to national development by discouraging political apathy. So this includes coming out to vote and lend our voices on issues or policies that affect us. The message I have for the young people is that we should come out willingly and freely without hesitation to contribute to the national development of our country.
Democracy is a system of governance where power truly belongs to the people, and everyone has an equal opportunity to participate in decision making, irrespective of their background, gender, race, and status. Well, to me, I'll say that they contribute to the national development by, first of all, being aware and informed about our rights as a citizen and our responsibilities also.
I am a Nigerian, a highly cultured race. My culture abhors corruption, and with my integrity, a new Nigeria is possible. I say no to corruption today to build a future for my children. Join me and imbibe the culture of integrity to build a Nigeria of our dreams.
Before we go, let's connect with our state offices for updates from around the country. Phoenix Akbolahar is standing by to guide us through the latest happenings.
From Imo State comes a report that in a bid to promote transparency and workplace ethics, ICPC Imo office in partnership with the Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund inaugurated its Anti-Corruption and Transparency Unit ACT2 recently. Assistant Chief Superintendent Mr. Ikeowa Chukwuma, in his keynote lecture, presented a paper titled The Role of ACT2 in an Organization. He carefully outlined the mandate, responsibilities, and expectations of members of the Anti-Corruption and Transparency Units. A major highlight of the event was the administration of the oath of office on the newly inaugurated ACT2 members by the legal officer of the organization, Ms. Nena Okojo-4. From Niger State comes a report. ICPC Niger State Office has inaugurated Student Anti-Corruption Vanguard at the Fatih Lami Institute of Legal and Administrative Studies as part of efforts to strengthen integrity, accountability, and ethical values among students. Delivering remarks on behalf of the resident anti-corruption commissioner, Mr. Suleiman Alhaji emphasized the critical role of young people in building a corruption-free society. In his address, the provost of the institute commended the initiative and urged students to shun all forms of corrupt practices, particularly those that undermine academic excellence and institutional integrity. And from Osun State, as part of ongoing efforts to promote integrity and instill anti-corruption values among young Nigerians, the Public Education and Enlightenment Unit of ICPC Osun State Office has sensitized students of Famous Prince International School, Okini, on the dangers of corruption and the importance of ethical conduct. This sensitization program was led by the Deputy Superintendent of the Commission, Ms. Okebukola Oluwafeyikemi Mary, who emphasized the critical role of young people in building a corruption-free society. The ICPC officer further highlighted that corruption is not limited to financial crime but also includes acts such as examination malpractice, favoritism, abuse of trust, and other unethical practices that compromise fairness and merit.
Nigeria's commitment to OGP and freedom of information is encouraging ministries, departments, and agencies of government to collaborate, engage with citizens, and provide information on their activities. We're glad ICPC is doing this through their weekly program, Transparency File, on NTA Local and NTA International every Friday at 6:30 p.m. Watch NTA, follow ICPC's program. Be informed, be guided.
As we commemorate Democracy Day and celebrate Public Service Day, let us renew our commitment to the values that unite us as a nation: integrity, accountability, transparency, and service to the public good. Together, we can build a stronger democracy where public institutions work effectively, public resources are protected, and citizens enjoy the dividends of good governance. That's it for today's episode of Transparency Files. For more on the Commission's activities, visit our website at www.icpc.gov.ng and follow us on our social media platforms at ICPC Nigeria. Happy Democracy Day and Public Service Day. I'm Hawasani Garba saying, keep faith with Nigeria and remember, integrity pays. Bye for now.